Greetings, Benjamin J. from BENZTRAINZ with another in the series. Well, the final follow-up on that tinder that I derusted in vinegar. So I just want to do a quick video so you can see the result. As you see, this has been totally, completely derusted. And the nice thing about using vinegar, of course, is there's no mechanical action required. You don't have to scrub it, steel wire wheel it, nothing. Just let it soak in vinegar. This is the result. This is about 30 some hours in 5% white vinegar. Now, if you look at the original video, this thing was covered in rust. It had been rusting for decades, and the wheels were actually frozen to the axles. So as you see, the wheels are derusted, the axles are derusted, the trucks themselves are derusted, couplers derusted, front and rear. So anyway, took a shell out of the parts box and just mounted it on this chassis. And I have a 3/16 tinder with the original steel tilt and tab and slot on the front. So it's a great expedient. It's a great way to derust steel. There's no doubt about that. It works. It's simple. It requires no mechanical action. All you have to do is wait. Come back 30 hours later and your whatever you're derusting is going to be derusted. Of course, it depends on how badly it's rusted. If it's light rust, it'll come off in a matter of hours. This took 30 hours because this thing was just literally frozen solid with rust, covered in rust. But as you see, the wheels are independent. They move independent of the axle, as you see. So it was a great way to derust this. And the nice thing about it, of course, is you don't have to do anything. You basically just submerge it in the vinegar, let it set, come back, and it's finished. Scrub it in some hot soapy water, oil it, and you're ready to run. So in this case, a 3/16 tinder resurrected from the dead. As you can see, this is a perfect operating tinder, 3/16, four-wheel trucks, tab in the slot in the front, and the original steel tilt on the rear. So in any case, the nice thing about this, of course, is it's instant, that being a relative term. Just in the fact that you don't have to do anything, no scrubbing involved. And of course, you can turn this into any car you want. Just depends on the shell. The shells are interchangeable. So you can turn it into a caboose, a flat car, a box car. In this case, I had a tinder body with the ladder on the back and just stuck that on this old chassis. It's still far from perfect. The thing is, it's original and it's usable. Where when it arrived, it was ready for the trash can. This was just a piece of rusted junk. So it works, it's simple, it's really cheap, it's non-toxic, no scrubbing involved. And as you see, that removes all the rust, frees up all the moving parts, and you're up and ready to run. And you didn't have to do anything but wait. That is basically it, nothing else. So as you see, it's respectable looking. Best of all, of course, is the fact that it works. Now, what I'm going to do with it, I have no idea. The tilt coupler is really, really limited in its application because the only thing it will couple to, in this case, is another tilt. That's it. You can't even use a tab and slot on these steel tilt. So anyway, I may pull this off and add a tab and slot just to increase its efficiency and what you can use it on. Anyway, I just want to do a quick follow-up video. As I say, don't overlook the junk. I mean, this thing was ready for the trash can. And as you see, it is derusted and ready to run. And this thing was just literally frozen with rust. And rather than having to oil it and wire wheel it and scrape it, just drop it down into vinegar. In this case, about 30 hours. And that's it. Scrub it with a toothbrush and some hot soapy water. Oil it, and you're ready to run. I just stuck this tinder body back on here since it was originally a tinder. Anyway, it works. It's simple, it's cheap, it's non-toxic, and again, all you have to do is wait. So as always, if you have any questions, feel free to drop me an email, BENZTRAINZ@gmail.com. And as always, thank you for watching.